today's video, I'm going to be talking about my personal thoughts, opinions, and why you should download something like Technicolor Cinestyle, which is a free flat picture profile for your Canon EOS camera. Let's get into it. So at first glance, this is what your picture profile would look like. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would I download that? That makes zero sense. The image actually looks worse than what it would if it's something like the standard color profile. And I agree. But one of the nice things about a flat profile like this is the color grading you can do in post-production. So basically your camera has a standard color profile, has all the contrast burned into it and stuff like that. But with a flat profile like this, it's actually opening up the dynamic range because there's very little contrast baked into the image. So that means you can add as much or as little as you want in post-production and not lose that much quality. And that kind of ties into the next topic, which is it actually decent for your camera, because you know a lot of it is based on the codec they're using. For example, I'm just shooting this IPB codec, which is about 30 megabits a second, so it's relatively good. It works extremely well, and if you want to color grade this footage and not really have it look too bad, you need to have a nice beefy codec. And I can say from experience that I've had zero problems with Technicolor Cinestyle on my Canon SL2. It works extremely well. I don't really lose that much quality, and kind of going back to the whole dynamic range thing, it actually does improve it quite a bit just by downloading something as simple as that. And now the reason you'd want more dynamic range, the reason you'd want to install this profile is so you can get a more cinematic image, because with more dynamic range inherently becomes a nicer image. And with higher dynamic range you can kind of get a better exposure. So say you're shooting in a dark spot and like you see the sky in the background. With higher dynamic range, that sky won't be completely whited out. You might still be able to make some details with it. And just installing a profile like this can kind of expand your camera and helps you get the most out of it, as I've talked about in a past video. And if you decolor grade like a big Hollywood movie, you'd see that it's actually shot in log. And that's because these cinema cameras that they're using look incredible right out of the box settings. That's why they're so expensive. But it's all these features like flat picture profiles, RAW, or even ProRes, which are some beefy codecs, that help that camera look even more incredible than it would just coming right out of the box. And you can apply those same principles to your DSLR and make it look even better. That's why if you move up from a DSLR onto something like Arri Alexa, you already know how to make that look incredible because you've done so much work with your DSLR to make it look good. And some cameras have these profiles built in, like C-Log is Canon log and S-Log is Sony log and things like that. That's something that the camera manufacturers built into their camera, so you don't have to install a third-party one like this. But Cinestyle colors actually look extremely well once you color grade them, which is something that can kind of happen. If you download a crappy flat picture profile, then as you grade it, the colors aren't going to come out as well. But I can say I'm very impressed with the colors coming out of this flat profile, and if I decolor grade this footage, as you can see, it's nice and flat because I've shot it in log. But when I put the color grade back on, it doesn't look that bad just because the colors coming out of Cinestyle are so good and rich and natural. And as I said about color grading, something like this is so much more flexible and you can manipulate it so many more different ways by shooting in log. And now I made a video in the past talking how you can fake your own log profile. That'll work, but it's not going to look as good as a real log profile like Cinestyle or C-Log or S-Log or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. You guys think worth watching a nice little short video for you guys talking about Technicolor Cinestyle, because I am absolutely impressed with it on my SL2. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.